Today we are making shawarma Nigeria style. We are going to be making everything from the scratch, so I will advise you watch to the end so that you don't miss any special tip. Hello everyone, welcome back to another interesting one. So let's begin. We'll start by making the shawarma wrap or the tortilla wrap. Start by sifting all-purpose flour in a bowl. To that I added baking powder and salt. Mind you, you can combine both baking powder and yeast to make the dough, alright? But I'm using only baking powder. Mix to combine very well. Now go in with warm water. Please don't use cold water, alright? Once I add the water, I will start mixing. Now pay attention. You can also add oil or melted butter before adding warm water. Mix everything together, but I'll be adding the oil later. I continue to mix till I form a dough. Thank you so much for watching today's video. To my returning subscribers, I appreciate you all. If you are new here, a warm welcome to you. Please subscribe to my channel. Also like and share this video with your loved ones. Alright, now that I've formed a dough, I will transfer the dough to the work surface. I added 2 tablespoons of oil. Remember what I said earlier? You can add it before adding the warm water. You can also use melted butter. Continue mixing and kneading till you form a smooth dough, just like this one. You can see that the dough is not sticky, alright? Okay, now I transfer the dough back to the work surface. Now it is time for you to divide into the pieces that you'll be working with, depending on the size of the wrap that you are going for, all right? So I divided into about 7 pieces. Form a ball with each of the cut out dough and set it aside. Once that is done, you should have something like this. Now I'm going to cover with a kitchen towel, allow to rest for about 10 minutes. Now we move to the next step. In a preheated pan, drizzle some oil. I'm using chicken breast. You can as well use the thighs, all right? Split the chickens in a single layer so that they will cook faster. Cook for 5 minutes on each part. Do this on high heat, all right? Beautiful shout out to you, Sharon, watching from Nairobi, Kenya. Habiba from Morocco, Jewel from Ghana, Lucy watching from London, and Olamide all the way from Nigeria. Whoops! Aww, I'm glad you all love the recipe. Please let me know your name and where you're watching from so I can give you a shout out in my next video. Apologies if I didn't pronounce your name very well, okay? Now, once the chickens are ready, take it off the heat so that they can take a rest. Back to the dough, it is time to take it to another level. Okay, now I dust the work surface with some flour, place one of the cut out dough or one of the boys. It is time to roll. Start rolling in a round shape, okay? The shape doesn't need to be perfect. Just keep watching. I am going to show you how to perfect the shape. Okay, I continue to roll. Now, this is what I do. Once I roll, I use my fingers to shape the dough. As you can see, that's exactly what is going on here. Okay, all right. Once I do that, I continue to roll. Roll as flat as possible you can, all right? Now, gently pull the dough. At this point, make sure that your pan is heating up. You are going to cook this on the lowest heat. What did I say? On the lowest heat. If you are with me at this moment, type lowest heat. Okay, once I add, I use my fingers again to give it a kind of round shape, okay? After about a minute, you will notice some bubbles, some spotted bubbles. It is time to flip the other side to cook as well. You can see that I'm using the lowest heat, all right? Now, once you can fold it like so, it is ready. It does not take time to cook. This gets ready within 2 minutes, or should I say a minute plus. It doesn't take time, trust me. Take it out of the heat. Repeat the same process with the other ones. Now, here is another important part. Once you take it off the heat, please put in a kitchen towel and cover so that it doesn't dry out. All right. Now, allow to cool down completely. Here we are. Your shawarma wrap is ready. Okay, remember I told you that I am going to show you how to perfect a round shape. Okay, place one of the cooked shawarma wrap. Now get any round object in your home depending on the size that you are going. Okay, use it to cut the bread, or should I say the wrap. And you have a perfect round shape. Look at that. Does this wrap look like what you see in the supermarket? Let me know at the comment section. It is time to mix the cream. Add some mayo in another different bowl. Moving with tomato ketchup, I added a bit of honey. You can add sweet chili sauce at this moment or even sugar. I added Cayenne pepper. I'm moving with white vinegar. You can add lemon juice at this point. All right, mix to combine very well. At first I started mixing with a spoon, but it wasn't mixing it properly, so I used my egg beater to mix. Okay, mix very well and set it aside. Back to the cooked chickens. It is time to cut, or should I say dice the chickens, whichever. Transfer the chickens into your mixing bowl. I'm moving with shredded cabbage, shredded carrots, and some cucumbers. Finally moving with the cream. Depending how creamy you want yours. Okay, mix till everything is well combined. We are almost getting there. Have some patience, all right? Now let's make the shawarma. Pick up one of the shawarma wrap. I added extra cream. This is totally optional. You can just go ahead and add the filling, all right? After spreading more cream on the shawarma wrap, I move in with the filling. At this point, you can add your sauté sausage. It is totally optional, okay? With or without a sausage, you will have a delicious shawarma, all right? Now, go ahead and wrap as demonstrated. We are almost there, all right? Repeat the same process with the other ones. It is time to toast the shawarmas. This part is very important, okay? At this point, you can either use your grilling machine or your pan. I am using my pan. On the lowest heat, add the shawarma wraps and toast for about a minute or two on each side. Once they are ready, take it off the heat. And that is basically all for this recipe. It is very simple and easy. Do you love what you are seeing? Do you? If you do, type another banger at the comment section. All right, at this point, the vendors will wrap it up with aluminum foil or with a parchment paper, okay? Go ahead and marry with your loved ones. I open it and this is what the inside looks like. Super yummy. Remember, homemade is better than junk. Thanks for watching. Bye.